96.7 KCAL rocks. It is Monday on our Thanksgiving week, Turkey week, I like to call it. And we got to do some sports with our guy, Pep. Pep, what's going on?
Nothing says Turkey week like a little bit of football. And Patrick, I know you were there. I felt for you. It was painful as the Seattle Seahawks had a chance to beat the LA Rams at SoFi, and they came up 1 point short. Oh, man. And now Seattle, with that loss, they're behind my 49ers in the NFC West standings, Patrick.
For most of the game, the Seahawks controlled the game completely. The running back, Kenneth Walker, he goes down, but Aaron Donald, just like he took out Russell Wilson a couple years ago, he takes out Geno Smith for a few series, and it totally shifted the game. Back come the Rams. They're doing their thing, and we get in position to kick the field goal. It is a 55-yarder, which is very far for our kicker, believe it or not. He did push it to the right, but also I'm not sure it had the distance, even if it was straight.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams did, I feel like, just enough, to come back and win that game. And, I should give a shout-out, too, to Lucas Havrasik, Norco High School. He's an IE guy. He kicked I guess it was the game-winning field goal for the Rams, even though, Seattle had a chance to kick one to win it for themselves. But, yeah, Lucas, a guy from Norco High, with the game-winning kick for the LA Rams, who, again, didn't look great for most of the game, but they did enough at the end to get the win.
And if the Seahawks do not make the playoffs, I mean, you can blame it squarely on the Los Angeles Rams for taking them out and sweeping them. They've done it before, and they did it again.
Yeah, even when the Rams were really bad, like when they first moved to LA, I think we've talked about this before, they somehow always played Seattle tough. They'd always beat the Seahawks, even when the Seahawks were really good, and it just never made any sense. So I don't know what it is about that.
No, it's like playing your brother, man. It's just a tough game. It's like an old college rivalry. I will say, however, Rams fans, the tailgating was amazing. If you didn't know where the tailgating is at SoFi, it's in the pink section. All the tailgating has to happen in the pink section, and it was off the charts fun, no doubt about it. One highlight that my kids really were laughing at is there was a guy in a Cowboys jersey, and one of the Rams guys gets on his mic, and he's like, "You in the Cowboys jersey, they are not playing that today. Why are you here? Get out of my tent." It was very funny.
That's awesome. Yeah, so that's the big question. You had a great time, though. I know that was a painful loss, but you guys had a good time, right?
It was great.
Well, yeah, that was, combined with Seattle's loss, that was a meaningful loss because now the 49ers, who all of a sudden flipped the switch, and they look strong again. They beat the Buccaneers 27-14. So right now, if you look at the NFC West standings, San Francisco leads Seattle. But Patrick, here's the fun thing. They're going head-to-head on Thanksgiving night, and that's a big game.
Yeah, now the schedule for the Seattle Seahawks gets very tough.
Yeah, so that's going to be a huge divisional game. The Rams, they've got still a lot of work to do to climb up the standings. But, San Francisco versus Seattle Thursday night. So after you eat Thanksgiving and you're ready to pass out and you can't move and you're just plopped on the couch, that's going to be a big game. You can just chill out and watch a fantastic game.
Either indigestion from the food or from the game. Or both.
One of the two is going to happen, or maybe both if you're lucky. The other game, man, the Chargers falling to the Green Bay Packers 23-20. Again, the Lightning Bolts find a way to lose the close games. They do it over and over and over. And our guy Kenny Clark, the pride of Carter High School in Rialto, blocking the final pass of the game to end any sort of Chargers comeback. And Brandon Staley, the head coach of the LA Chargers, Patrick, he was going nuts. I wouldn't say epic, but a pretty good rant after the game, taking most of the blame because these guys continue to be close, but they lose all the close games.
Yeah, we've known for a while that seat has been getting pretty darn hot. And with how defensive he was, you can tell he's done.
Yeah, I don't know how they come back from this. I've been saying this for a couple weeks, but like I said, when you dig yourself a hole, what's the first thing you stop doing is you stop digging. If you want to get out of that hole, the first thing you do is stop digging, and the Chargers cannot stop digging. And there was a stat like they've lost more 3-point games than like any other NFL team. Like they just continue to be like really close, and they try to come back in the end, and they just always fall short, and that's going to finally catch up to head coach Brandon Staley. You know, as we talk on this Monday morning, nothing has happened yet, but I just don't know how he survives another season like this.
And it's just puzzling because he's supposed to be a defensive guy, and we have all these names on the defense, but somehow I would just think the defense would be much better, and it's not.
Yeah, and what's crazy is like he was talking about in the post-game press conference, not to go drill too deep on this, but he's like, oh yeah, the defense is solid, but you know, we really need to work on the passing game. I'm like, the passing game? Don't you have Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen? You got some dudes. Like, I don't know. I'm confused by it all.
Yeah, the team should be much better, and it's not, which is going to get blamed on coaching.
Yeah. No, it will. It will. Someone's got to be the fall guy. He's going to be the fall guy if it's this doesn't work out. And it's not. They're 4-6 right now on the season with 7 games to go. So I guess there's still a chance they still could make the playoffs. But man, they do not look like a playoff team right now. No. And finally, at least in NFL, we got a big one on Monday Night Football. It's a Super Bowl rematch between the Chiefs and the Eagles. And Patrick, I hate to be part of the problem, but I'm about to be part of the problem because the big news tonight is the Taylor Swift family, her parents, are going to meet Travis Kelce's parents, allegedly, at this game tonight for the very first time. So I apologize. I'm part of the problem. I hate bringing up Taylor Swift, but I just did. So, but yeah, it's a huge game tonight and a rematch of the Super Bowl.
It's like we might as well all go down with the ship because they're just going to beat this until it is just gone.
Yes, more people are talking about the two families meeting for the first time than, oh, by the way, this is like the biggest game of the season so far, this Super Bowl rematch, because there's probably a realistic chance the Eagles and Chiefs will play again in the Super Bowl this year. I mean, they're both really good again. So, but yeah, the Swifts and the Kelce somehow steal the headlines again.
I mean, going all the way back to Yoko Ono feeling pressure of breaking things up. We haven't felt pressure like this in a long time, maybe since Jessica Simpson ruining the Cowboys. Remember, everybody wants to blame her. Taylor is the next one who's going to get blamed. If the Chiefs don't win, it's going to be all her fault.
I forgot about that. Jessica Simpson and Tony Romo, right, back in the day?
Yeah, big trouble.
America's sweethearts. All right. Yeah. Moving on. I'm sorry. I'm part of the problem. To college football real quick. Man, the USC tailspin continued on the weekend, losing the LA rivalry game to UCLA, and it wasn't close. 38-20. I don't know if that saves Chip Kelly's job or keeps him around a little bit longer at least. But that was a big win for UCLA. And man, a season so promising just does not happen this year for USC. Just a bad look for the Trojans to lose like that to the Bruins.
Man, it just goes to show you, I mean, a lot like the Chargers. On paper, they look great. But as they say infamously, it's why they play the game, man.
Yeah, we were assuming USC was going to be in the college football national championship picture, and not only are they not in the picture, they're not even going to play in the Pac-12 title game. Washington, the Huskies, they've already punched their ticket to the Pac-12 title game. It looks like we're going to have a rematch against Oregon, but we all figured USC at least will get back to the Pac-12 title game and maybe have a chance to play in that national semifinals. But man, they're like in the middle of the pack right now in the Pac-12. They're not even close.
Yeah. It's the way it has shaken out, and the next few games, if you're in college, are going to really decide this Final Four. But UW, Washington, kind of looking like they're going to punch their ticket. You know, they have Washington State coming up, so we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully they can make it in because Florida State's quarterback, he went down, and they were at number 4, so they think Florida State's going to kind of fall out of favor. We'll have to see what happens. You never freaking know.
Yeah, Washington's in a good spot. They control their own destiny. They beat their rival Wazoo, Apple Cup game. They're probably going to play Oregon for the Pac-12 title. You win that, you're in. They control their own destiny. They can go in. And then Ohio State plays Michigan. Both teams are 11-0. It's number 2 versus number 3 in the country. I would assume even the loser of that game will probably get into the top 4, but anything can happen, but Washington's in a good spot. They win out, they're in. I feel like they can punch their ticket easy if they win out.
Either way, we got a lot of great football headed our way this weekend. Even, I believe, NFL football for the first time on Black Friday. Yeah. That's a new thing.
Yeah, we got NFL on Friday, too. Some would say it's the most wonderful time of the year. Turkey and football.
football everywhere. Enjoy the food going on Thursday, Pep. We will catch up way down the corner next Monday. And, man, things may look very different, Pep.
It could, and I can't wait. Oh, and best of luck to our local football teams playing for CIF championships this Friday and Saturday, too. So more football on top of that turkey this week.
That's what we got our guy, Pep, to tell us about all that good stuff. Pep, tell me how to get your stuff.
Hey, you can get a full plate and dig right in on Inland Sports, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We got the Inland Sports YouTube channel. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, Pep.